Stormio AI. Let's see. Stormio AI, February 6th, 2026. We already got somebody in.
Hey man,
Good morning.
good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Busy, man. It's first of the year, everything's going crazy, and now people's like, "Hey, can you talk?" I'm like, "I could last year," but everybody wanted to wait till the first of the year, and now it's busy.
Man, yeah, for real. It's like, what's going
But
to be different this year?
that's what I'm saying. I'm finding out I'm not the only one going through that.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's supposed to be nice and warm today, but I should have so I didn't wear my hoodie, but I should have. A little cold, but that's why I got some nice hot coffee.
Yeah, they're talking about next week's supposed to be in the 60s, and I mean the other day it was 48. And man, I was excited. I was walking out with shorts because man, it was teen weather was cold, boy.
Isn't it funny? Like 50 degrees in the winter, you got all your jackets on and everything, and then 50 degrees in the spring, you're like in a shorts and a t-shirt.
I think it's a mind game, man.
Yeah.
But but I do have something I want to check over and go over. You tell me your guidance of what I can do. Because here's if I don't know, if somebody else jumps on and they got another question about
Yeah.
something, that's fine. But mine is I think I text you that page.
Yeah.
Uh, Well, here's what the problem is, or not the problem. Here's what's happening. I tell people I'm like a dog chasing a car. I caught it. Now I don't know what to do because it is like, I mean, I'm getting people referring me when I'm putting a board. Hey, somebody told me about a board or something you're doing. And I'm like, my goodness. So if you've got something good, the community can get it out faster than social media.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And
that's right.
that's what's literally happening. And now that I got a video and I just sent them a video, that's working so well that now they're calling me going, now how many do you have? Where do I go? And so I'm trying to set it up. I know we talked about that app that you were working on that you
Oh
did.
yeah, yeah.
That is like that's what I guess I need because then it can do it all. You know, they can show them which one, they can go through and search them and all that. By me doing it the way I set it up, where they can either there's two prices or two things. They either can be seen on the board or in the category. With that, it's two different prices. One is a yearly annual deal, and the other one is monthly. And the one with monthly, they get to choose three different boards to be listed in,
Yeah.
and they can choose it. Well, the problem is they have to make two different separate things because the way Skype's set up. And now they're saying, well, if I want to I want to sponsor one board, but I like to be in some other boards. So those are the things. And now they're saying, well, what other boards do I have? And so I'm trying to list all the boards. And right now I got about 16 places where the boards are. 10 of them are up. And it's already getting crazy. And I'm getting ready to launch 50 boards total. And I've been to 10 different, actually, I actually been to 12 towns, or actually 10 towns. And all 10 towns uh, are ready to put boards in it. I've just got to pick which businesses I go in.
Yeah.
Before I do that, I've got to fix this problem because it's like I'm getting emails. I'm following up saying, "Hey, didn't know if you filled out a form or whatever. Where are you at in your processing?" And they're like, "Well, I wanted to find out whichever ones." And so because they don't know, I guess maybe you've said it before. Nobody, if you don't know, you don't make a decision. So they're like stuck in limbo, but they never think, hey, let's call Ronnie and ask him what I need to do. They just assume it's going to fix itself.
Well, how do they know to call you?
And
That's not your call to action.
well, that's the other thing. And so I'm wondering, I need to make sure that I set this up because the system that we're using is it's there, it's working. I've just got to make sure I set it up in that so it does what it should do, which is automated and all that stuff. But the problem is, it is like it's moving faster than I am, and I'm like, I
Yeah.
was out this morning, and I was like, and they're telling me about somebody else, and of course that's in another town that's not far, but I'm not in that town yet.
Well, I had a conversation with somebody. He actually has a VA company, and one of the things that he said to me, because I was like, I need help building funnels, and he's like, we have 20 funnel builders, but we have only two people who were marketers, and he's like, anybody can build a funnel and make it look okay, but it's a marketer that gets the copywriting and the look and the feel to work right. And I'm like, man,
Wow, that makes sense.
that is the thing. Like I have people, I told them, I'm like, I have people that are using the system, they know how to make funnels, but you're right. They're not looking at it as a marketer.
Yeah, that makes
Uh,
sense.
and so,
And see,
so
my problem, I see it from the salesperson out there on the streets. And so I see okay, this is what I need. But when I get home, I'm like, how do I create what I need?
man,
I can sell the system to myself, but I need to fix it so it works. And so I'm like, wow.
man, I'm going
Because I had
to,
a meeting today and a lady said, can you meet with me next week? Because I need help with social media and all that stuff. And if you're getting ready to send people my way, I want to be ready for them. And I'm like, that's great. And then I go home and I'm thinking, am I ready for this? Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly. Man, I'm looking for an image. I'm looking for the sales pyramid is what I'm looking at.
okay.
But I think you know what it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it
Ooh,
in a while, but yeah, I know
maybe I
exactly.
should
Yep.
draw it. Where's the whiteboard? Here we go, a whiteboard. Did I draw it out already? Let's see. Let me look. Uh, I don't think so. All right, so let me make a new one. All right. Now, how do I draw a straight line? Because,
That's all
oh, maybe I
squares
could
and
just do a
circles.
shape. Let's see, shape. Bam, pyramid. There we go. Look at that. This is the sales pyramid.
There you go.
All right. Bam. And then we're going to draw a line from here to here. Wow, look at that. It looks like I'm a professional.
There you go.
Now we're going to draw another line from about here to here. Oh man, I made it crooked. There we go. And then I'll make another line from about here to here. And then this is, all right, I got to put the text in here. Anyway, this is 60%. 60% not problem aware. All right, there we go. And then this is going to be 20%. 20%, and they are problem aware. And oh man, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to move this. Move it in the middle. There we go. Move this one in the middle. Man, I'm gonna like make this all nice. Can I just duplicate this one? Look at that. I can just duplicate it. All right, this is gonna be 17%. 17% are info gathering, info gathering, or solution aware. And let me make this a little bit wider. So there you go. And then I got to center it again. And then the top is going to be, let me do this. This is going to be 3%. 3% are ready to buy. So you built your website for people who are ready to buy right now.
Right.
And the thing is this is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should change that to a different color. Let me erase that. Bam. I'm having you can see I'm having fun here. This is this is where your marketing comes in. This is where you this 37% is where people go to your website and then we remarket to them, right? They go to the website, they're
Right.
like, "Oh, I'm not ready to do this right now." They're not ready to buy. They're aware of their problem. You know, you walk in there, you're like, "Man, this board doesn't look good." Now they're aware of their problem, but they're not really looking for a solution. Now, a salesperson, as you know, you could basically go in there and be like, here's your problem, here's the solution, you ready to buy. You can like move them
Right. Right.
through the whole thing.
I
Uh
have the key to the doors to get to the 3%.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But when you send somebody to a website, 99% on average are not ready to buy.
Right. And that's the first thing they do is send it. Hey, go check out all the information's on my website. Well, that's information overload.
Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is if they're not ready to buy, and also a confused mind never buys.
Yeah.
So if they're not ready to buy, what can they learn? Because they're information gathering. They're starting to look for a solution. Like this is, I can't color each individual thing because technically, anyway. Um, but they're not necessarily ready to buy, but they need to get more information. That sort of thing. Oh, can you see it? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. That would be terrible that if you couldn't see it, right? Screen sharing, let's see. So, oh, all right. Now how do I turn off the whiteboard? Let's see. There we go. I turned it off.
All right.
But now let's look at your website, right? I better turn on the sound if somebody wants to come in. Hold on one second. I don't think I turned it on. There we go. So this website, it seems to me like the most important thing to you is this
Well, it's
because
that
it's the
whole top
biggest
thing.
thing.
Yeah. Well, that and the video right there together, that's the
No, no,
main
no, no,
thing.
no. The video
Okay.
is smaller than
Oh,
community image boards.
okay.
The most important thing on this page should be this video,
Right.
not
Okay.
this gigantic community image boards next to it.
Okay.
But then one thing that I notice when I click on this, you leave the funnel and you load a totally different page of a form that's just the form link.
Yeah. The reason I did that because I took I wanted them to go through to see, like if you scroll down, I was trying to get them to go to
But
the
why would you not put that in the funnel?
oh, okay.
Like, why wouldn't that just be the pop-up or something? Like, don't When people are in a funnel, don't take them out of the funnel.
Okay, because what I was okay, I see. Because what I
You're
was
you're
trying to
moving
do,
you're moving them you're moving them up to the buy. You're up moving them up to buy, you know?
okay.
So you want to keep them in the funnel.
So now, how would I put them in that? Like a where that I just had it. I couldn't pull up a form where you click on it, a form pops up.
Yeah,
That's what I
just
should
have
have
the
done.
button go to a pop-up.
But how do you do the pop up in the form in the pop up?
Inst you just add the what do you call it? Um, let's see. I'll show you. Let's see. Let me go in. Oh, it's here. Bam. Look at that. Um, let's go to sites and then let's go to, I'm guessing it's community image boards.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's this one,
Yeah, and it's
but do you know what
the
page it
be
is?
seen the
Okay.
second. Yep.
So then, come on, get off, turn off AI. So then we just change this button to be the pop-up, and then here's the pop-up settings. Let's edit this pop-up. So I mean, you're obviously sending people to a form. You're not getting them to buy on this page, right?
Right. That's what. Yeah, that's what I need to replace.
So we just delete this element and then we just add the form.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what form it is.
It's the uh I think it's the ad form, the second one. I thought, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would not use the word submit.
Okay.
Um, just because some people have an issue with that word.
Okay. What do you
But
do? Just click here.
I do continue or
Oh, okay.
um but I mean, hold on, let me but well, so this says list your business today. So then they
Yeah, I have
click.
to change that. I just need to have it to click it.
Well, if they go to list your business today and then this pops up, then what is supposed to happen after this?
Well, what it was supposed to, that's when they would go pay, but that's where I was having problem with they wanting to pay. They want to do two things. It wouldn't let it. So I was going to eliminate that and just say fill out a form, and then we would contact them to send them an invoice.
Yeah, I mean, so we have to think about the person. Are the
Yeah.
people that you're talking to, you have two different customers. You have someone that's going to sponsor,
Yeah.
someone who's going to just do digital ads. So the person that's going to sponsor, like I wouldn't even send to this board. I wouldn't send to this page. It's like for example, like I've done a lot of nonprofit websites,
Uh-huh.
and the problem with nonprofits is you the website is for two different people. The website is for number one, the people that need the help, whatever the nonprofit does, right? But then the other part of that nonprofit website is they need donors. So then you have to have like the donor page is only for the donors.
Okay.
So what I'm getting at is your sponsor page needs to be just for the sponsors, and the digital image page needs to be just for those people.
And if I did that, if I had two different, they would have a like when it pulls up after the video, it'd pull up which one they want to do because it explains it on the video.
Yeah.
And then they click on which one they want to go to. If they want to be a sponsor or category page. And if they want to do both, it don't matter because then I could use Stripe because they'll pay for the sponsor. And then after they pay, it could send them to, hey, if you
Well, we
want to
already
do
built that whole
category.
funnel, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that way if I send them to the page and then whichever one they go to, it'll send them to well really all we need to do, yeah, that page it goes to the category page, that just goes to the sponsor because if they're gonna do a sponsor first and then they go to the category page. If they do the category page, they just sends them to a sponsor. Hey, if you want to sponsor, so we'll have both of them going that way.
yeah, I
And that
think
way I'll be able to use Stripe without having to. But then the other question is, how do they know which boards to sponsor? Because there's different boards in different places before they pay. But they want to see the boards.
well, I mean,
So basically, let them go to their website to see what we're offering. And then when they're ready to be a sponsor or a category thing, that's when it goes to there.
yeah, I mean the solution for, well, I'm not going to spend $30 unless I know what board I'm going to be on. I don't necessarily know if that's a valid objection.
Well, what they're doing, they're asking because I put in there, you get three choices of boards, and they're like, well, "Where's the boards?" So that's why I put on the. If you scroll down that thing, it'll
Yeah,
show here's the boards, and then I put on there that don't worry that if you every 6 months you could change to another as we grow because the problem is this is growing. So they're getting excited because they're like, well, are you in Concord? I'm like, not yet. Well, I got somebody so they're wanting me to go where they service because they service more than one whole town.
right, right.
And that's how it's grown like it is. And I'm like, okay, this is like, okay, how do I do this? And I don't want to, I'm a salesman. I don't tell them no. I just say, yeah, we're working on that. And that's when I call you. And I'm like, how do we fix this?
Well, here's the thing. You're going to have to build a database, and it's probably just going to it might just be like a Google Sheet or something like that, where because you're going to have to list. So, for example, if we end up, how when we met yesterday, I think I might still have it up. And I just threw together that I used AI to make that where is it? Oh, I think this is it right here. I used AI to make like a mock-up app. Maybe I need to refresh. And
Hold on 1 second.
yeah. Well, so I guess I'll just keep explaining, right? So yesterday, while that pulls up, yesterday Ronnie and I were talking, and he was talking about, this issue with community image boards. Okay, it's starting to pull up now. And he's like, people want to see what the boards are, where the boards are. So I'm like, let me go to Google AI Studio and let's just have AI create like a website. And I think I need to, every time I'm on Zoom, I try to do crazy stuff and my internet goes slow. But the cool thing is all right, here we go. Let me share it. The cool thing was it created like this mock-up based on the prompt that I gave it. And um community image board sponsorship portal. That's what the AI named it. I gotta allow camera access for some reason. So this is what it kind of came up with. Let me go to dark mode. I like dark mode. So you saw the website that we just had. So now somebody can come in here and be like, "Well, man, this is my territory. I got this town, and this town. That's my territory." But then you go to proceed to locations, and the app it just pulled the data from. I just said, we want to do breweries, tap rooms, and breweries, restaurants, and coffee shops. And so it just went out and found them. I gave it some of the ones that Ronnie already has. And then I'm like, all right, so now I want to be in this one, and I want to be in this brewery, and this brewery, and this brewery. and this brewery and this brewery. Because I don't know, maybe the who knows whatever the business is, right? And then so they pick those restaurants and then those businesses, they can upload their file right here. So I'm just gonna upload mine. Um, and let's see. And for a slogan, I'm just going to let me see if I can get AI to recommend something. So this is kind of like this isn't actually how Ronnie operates, but uh so let's see, from tap room to the top, Paddlebrand digital skills Waxaw. Uh let's see. Digital marketing for small business. Let me see if it can recommend other stuff based on what I typed. I mean, this is just a demo anyway. I'm just there's a lot of work that needs to be done in order for us to actually get this to work. But this
But
AI
this
literally
is
created this whole thing.
and this is actually closer to what I'm needing because it puts it back in their hand. They can search what they're looking for and then from then take the next step.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick this this little slogan that AI recommended. I'm gonna go to the next step. Here's the location, 9 boards across 3 towns. We're gonna be on 9 boards across 3 towns. And there we go. We just this isn't hooked up to a payment processor, so 4242 4242 4242. That is Stripe's default testing card. We don't even have it hooked up to Stripe, but complete sponsorship. See, it doesn't do anything right now. It's that's the end of the thing. We would have to hook it up and do a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, I think if we click on pricing, it does there's nothing there. Yeah. So
Now's the time to join.
now's the time to join.
But
But
that's what I need because the fact is that way. Because here's the other thing: I've had two people that signed up or placed to be on the board uh, last 2 months ago, and now they're like, "Hey, where's some other boards? I may want to do something in February." Well, this will save me from having to send an update. I just update that, and now it updates it as I put them in there, and all
yeah.
they got to do is just keep that.
So like
Page.
you can have like a Google sheet that lists the towns
Okay.
and then another one that lists the location,
Mhm.
the restaurant in the town. And then from that, and then we can have that app basically pull from that, get its information from there, basically.
Right.
And then from that, otherwise, it also might be a good, well, I don't know because it obviously it pulled some of the ones that you already have because that's I already gave it that, but um, it also just we told it 5 per town, and it fulfills that. So
But if I've already got the list and I'm able to go in and tell, okay, these are the ones that I've already got, that way, if it's only three in there, I could start getting people to sign up before I even get five because now they go in and say, oh, you got a board in there. I want to get in that town first. And that's what's happening. But I'm having to come in and automatically send emails and all that stuff. Like, boy, if that was there and I just, like you said, just fill that and build it as I'm going, that would increase this a lot faster. Uh,
and then we also are going to obviously want to hook that into Stormio. So now there's automations, right? So now they pay. Now you get notified, they get notified. Um, you know, and because now you got to do some work.
well,
You
you
got to
this is
verify the image that they submitted and all that kind of stuff.
right. Well, your system that I'm using has made me aware of there is a difference between uh, automated and manually, big time. And if you want to increase your business, you can't do it manually. There's no way. And that's where I'm at. I'm in the middle of doing part of it manually and back and forth. And now it's like I need to be out there. Like right now, I'm in my office. I got two dogs, and nobody's going to buy more. So I'm not going to make no money sitting in here. Out there is where I need to be. But if I had the system run like you was talking about, filling everything in, now I could be out there doing what I'm doing. Dogs could be sleeping, and then I'm making money.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy, you know.
Well, here's the cool thing. Like we could continue to develop that app. That was just literally done in, I don't know, how long did it take? 5, 6 minutes, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe. Um, we still probably need another hour to, hook up Stripe and make sure it's secure. There's a lot
Right.
of people just making apps right now. They're using Clawbot and Moltbot and whatever it's called now. And they're just people are not secure with the apps that they're building right now. So we want to make sure it's secure, especially if we're taking money. But to set the rest of that up, it'll probably be another, I don't know, a couple hours just to make sure, go through, verify everything, make sure that it can read like your Google Sheet, basically.
Well, let me ask you this. Would this be a good way to do it? Say, because I got the video. That's what's making everybody excited. They're seeing the video and how it works. They're like, oh, this is great. What do I do? If I had the page where they go to the page and they see the video, and then from them, they click on a form, I get their name, whatever, and then basically I send them the link to the app, and now it does it, but I've got their information in my system. So now I can follow up with them and all that, but I've sort of put it in there, but I've got it through my system first. I can tag them, I can do all the
I
follow up,
mean,
all
what
that.
I see is this would be community image boards. Like this is gonna, the video is gonna be on this page.
Oh, well, that was it. Okay, so I can put the video on
Like
there.
community image boards, like this is it. Like you're gonna go and this is gonna be step one. I mean, when it comes down to it, so somebody actually had me critique another website today, and I'm like, it looks nice, it's simple, it's clean. Do I still have it up? No. I Oh, I do have it up. I do have it up. Let me actually show you, right? And this is
Only show me if it's not mine.
so they asked me to take a look at this and critique it, and I'm like, okay, this it's a AI, implementing AI agents in businesses, like bigger businesses, obviously, because they're talking about, some bigger businesses here. This is for businesses that have employees and that sort of thing. But
Right.
I'm just coming down here and I'm like, I'm just so confused. Like is it education? And then right here, this is the only spot in the entire site that says our experts set it up and train your team. That's the only little tiny spot in the entire page. And but then you come down here and it's talking about we're educating you how to do this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm so confused. I don't even know what to do.
Right. And like you said, a confused mind does nothing. So,
Yeah, and then even like this button doesn't even work. So, you know, um yeah, I made like a 15-minute critique on that. And here's the thing. Here is the thing exactly what I just told you earlier and what I just realized when what I met with the guy on what was it, Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday, was the person that designed that page is not a marketer. Because if they were a marketer, they would have followed that whole thing. And to be honest, I don't think that they are properly using AI to create that page. Because I know that they have a StoryBrand. I know that they have a StoryBrand page builder, basically following StoryBrand brand script, because I've used it before. I've used it many times. In fact, let's see. Um, let's see if I still have it up here.
And that makes sense because I mean I built this website. I did that. I'm good about, and you know this, I'm good about images and all that stuff. But images don't drive traffic because it's an image, it's not words. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and there's the difference.
Like here is this is totally um it's not totally StoryBrand brand script, um but it is very similar. Like here's the story, we're starting the story, and
Yeah.
then it's like, what's going to happen, what's going on now, what's going to happen after. And then it basically takes you down this whole story of, I'm trying to think of another one that I have where I totally followed. No, it was the first version of this. It was the first version of this actually. So I don't have that other version uh out in production right now. But but a
But now,
website that like you when I land on a website, right? When anybody lands on a website, the website is for that person. That person is feeling a certain kind of way, and they're coming there because they're looking for a solution to a problem, right? Does that website talk about my problem? Does it talk about my story? Am I the visitor? Is the visitor the hero of the story? And
that,
is the
yeah.
website the guide that's going to get them there? So just
Well,
like in Star Wars, right? Luke Skywalker is like, ah, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm just some dumb kid doing all this stuff, and my aunt and uncle got killed and all this stuff. And then he meets this old guy living in a cave, the guide. And that guide took him to a life that he never, ever would have ever imagined. He saved the galaxy and restored the force back to what it was.
and they
Um,
was able to make 20 more movies because of that.
yeah,
Unbelievable how this takes off.
yeah, but that whole story of the hero of the hero. So, for example, like if you look at this, let me share my screen again. If you look at this, go from food truck operator to local legend with a system that turns fans into lifelong customers. Who is the hero of this story?
That's it.
It's
Yep.
the food truck operator, and they're going
Yep.
to turn into a local legend.
Yep.
And how are they going to do that? By using this system. You see what I
You
mean?
know,
Like I'm taking them to this thing. And now, me trying to figure out how can we apply this to community image boards. I don't know. I'd have to like sit there, I have to literally pray on it and think about it and probably use Chat GPT, use that StoryBrand GPT
well,
and
what
think
you've
about it.
done, what you've done, this makes me think exactly what's happened. I'm actually when I go out and talk to somebody and show them a board, I'm closing them. They see the board, they read it. Went to a group, talked to people. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready to sign up," so they sign up. The problem is I'm sending people to the website, and the website ain't me. The website ain't explaining what I'm explaining because I'm face to face. I'm seeing that I'm the salesperson. Here's your problem. Here's the solution. I send them to the website, and the website says, "Here's a video," and that's it. So it's like leaves out that one thing. Plus, I can communicate. I'm reading them. I'm gonna put there first because my focus is on them when I'm talking to them. So I'm setting it up, and that's why I'm like, why is it slow? So I'm wanting to send more people to the site because I have to go I mean, I can only go one place. God only made me one, thank God. But now I've got a mobile. But that's exactly what it is. The website needs to duplicate what I'm doing, but I'm building it from the sales part. But I'm leaving that out because I'm assuming this is making sense because I can think on my feet. I can talk to you and understand when you say something. Okay, here's what we need to do. I don't hear them communicating with the website. And so now the website, but like you said, is so important. I even wrote it down. You know, do you have a marketing person creating your website? Because if you're not, you're trying to sell it the way you would do face to face, answering questions. But I'm not hearing them ask questions. They're just reading what I got, and it's confusing them more and more, and then I lose
Yep. Yeah. So that 37% right there,
them.
that is that's that's who the website is for.
Yeah,
People that are information gathering. Because 99% of the people that I mean, and the reason I say 99% of the people is because normally websites have a conversion rate of 1%
yeah.
for a sale. So if you only have a 1% sales conversion, what are you doing with the other 99% of the people that go to your website and leave?
You're confusing them. I know that answer.
Well, you're either confusing them, but you're not following up, right? But how do you
Yeah,
follow up with somebody that doesn't even put in their name and email?
right. Yeah,
That's remarketing. You put a tracking pixel on there, and then you show that video in an ad to people who have landed there. And then when they click on that ad, you take them to a page that is more, that kind of answers their questions, that puts them in that, you know, we already know that they somehow found you, somehow, whether you sent them there or somebody else sent them there, or they saw it or they scanned the QR code, whatever it is, they landed on communityimageBoards.com and it's like, and they didn't buy. So now what we need to do is they're aware of the problem, they're kind of aware of the solution, but they're still information gathering. So you need to
yeah.
give them more information.
Makes
And
sense.
that's where this remarketing comes in. That's where even if it's just, even if it's just $1 a day or something like that, you send that video to them a couple times, and then maybe you send them a couple of other videos. Like, okay, we know that they've seen this video. We know that we've seen 75% of this video. Let's send them to video number two, and then let's give them some testimonial videos and that sort of thing. I'm sure you've been on Facebook or Instagram and you've seen a video, you clicked on an ad, and you went to the page, and then you start seeing all these videos about that same thing.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
not the same video. It's
Right.
other videos kind of moving you up the pyramid to right before you're about to buy.
Well, see, I've been in sales about all my life, but and one thing about sales is that's what you got to do is you find out you have any more questions. Well, let me follow up if you have any more questions. We do it manually. That's why we reset them another meeting. That's why you go back to the restaurant. I'm like, hey, somebody wants to meet me. I usually take them to the restaurant or coffee shop that I was just at last week because now they see my face. It's like that's the same thing we're doing the website, but nobody doing. They're going to send them to the website and say, why am I not making sales? Because you're just like everybody else. You go to check it out. Let me think about it. Let me ask my wife. Let me pet my dog. Whatever excuse you may have, it takes time. And then because you don't follow up, you lose them.
Yeah.
And if you're a salesperson, door to door salesman, which that's what I've always done,
Yeah, yeah.
you make sure that hey man, I'll tell you what, I'll be in next week in this area. I'll just stop in. I'm nurturing, but in websites, they don't nurture. They just send them there and say, all right, show me the money.
Yeah. So I mean, we could set up a remarketing campaign for I think obviously we need to get things so here's the thing. Like I have a client, a potential client, they just asked me today for the numbers for the proposal. So and they're just like, yeah, I need more traffic. I need more traffic to my website. And in fact, it was at church. I'm going to be leading this small group, and the guy that was like sharing the table with me about his small group, those two knew each other, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be spending a couple $1,000s to run ads in this, those little magazines that are in all the different restaurants and everything, whatever it's called. In Illinois, it was called the Orange Peel Gazette. I forget what it's called here, but
Coffee Talk and all those other
yeah,
little
yeah.
things. Yeah, yeah.
So he's going to spend $2,000 on that, and I'm just like, I was like, well, is your website set up? Are you going to be running track? Are you tracking that? How are you doing all that stuff? And he's like, oh, I didn't know about that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I it. I'm like, if you don't have a strong foundation, then running those ads and stuff like that, it's going to be a leaky bucket, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's basically what I'm proposing to him is I'm going to set up his foundation, do his website, do his social media, get all that stuff secured and ready to go so we can run those ads and so we can do that retargeting and that sort of thing. So because the thing is you don't want to drive traffic back to a page or to another page and that page doesn't convert, right? You
Well,
want
that's
to you have to get it all ready for that stuff. And for me, I always split test things, like do they watch the video first and then fill out the form, or do they fill out the form and then watch the video? Those two simple tests, right? That could be
well,
one thing.
just like this morning, the lady at one of the restaurants I was at, has got a board. We put her in. I told her, I said, I'll be putting you on another board at another town. She said, oh, that's great. She goes, I need to meet with you because I need to make sure that my Facebook and all that stuff's set up the right way because she knows she's already had people come in that have seen a restaurant on some of the other boards I've got, and I'm thinking, okay, and they're going and where they're finding out, they don't look at the her ad or whatever, when hit your QR code, it sends her to her Facebook because that's all she's got.
Yeah,
Well, it ain't updated. They see that it was last post was 2024, or they even opened, you know.
right.
So she's aware that she needs to make sure that's done, not counting all the other
You
businesses
should
because
sell her
it's
a
growing.
landing page, just to sell her a landing page for 250.
Yeah, because like I said, we're drawing people there. And I said, well, why do you only have
Or we
Facebook?
could sell her a landing page, which would be my hometown directory for 250, and that's her whole thing for a year. Bam!
Yeah, because that's the whole thing about it. She's in the directory and she goes, and the same thing. Everything that I'm sending in goes to Facebook. And I asked her, I said, so why'd you set up Facebook if it's not ready? And she goes, well, why don't you maintain it because it's set up? She goes, I didn't set it up. I said, well, who set it up? She goes, a girl that used to work for me. She's a waitress and she played on social media. So I told her, she said, can I set that up for you? I said, yeah. So I paid her a little bit. She set it up. And now I'm trying to figure it out. I said, where's she at? She goes, well, she's pregnant and moved on to some other town. And I was like,
And then,
wow.
well, does
And
she
I'm
even have
finding,
access to it? Can she?
well, I'm finding some people don't even have access. I've got one person that's like, make sure it's the one that's spelled with lowercase and it's got an S on the end.
Oh
I'm like, but that's
man,
not your name. They're like, yeah, but we don't have it for the same reason. Somebody else set it up and they don't know how to go in and do anything. And so that's why I said, well, we could probably do a landing page, send everybody to that and let that
yeah,
happen. Well, now we send them to my hometown directory. They don't have to worry about Facebook page
yeah.
because
The
all they're
cool
trying
thing
to do
is,
with
is we
Facebook.
can set up tracking and all that kind of stuff and just for example like well I mean we can look and see what the stats are on yours, right? So uh let me share my screen here. So this is just in the last uh what is that? 2 weeks? You had 386 page views.
That's pretty good.
Let's look and see. So community image boards, it was you even got people that filled out the form. See that? You even got conversions and stuff. So, and this is just from the 23rd to now. So that is, yeah, that's 2 weeks, right? You
That's
got
what I said.
144 people. that came in. And this
Wow.
is literally, they have to see your physical board and scan the QR code.
Oh yeah, there's not. Yeah, that's all it is. If they don't see the board in that location, they don't see it anywhere else.
And I know that you have like multiple funnels and like multiple other boards. So, each location has its own funnel. So, we're that's why, if you look at all of them across all the funnels, it's
Well,
386.
well, there's only five boards out there, and
I
I'm
just
here in
I just
Los.
don't know what they're called.
Oh, okay.
Like, is this is one?
Yeah, Jaybirds is one. Yeah.
So nobody, at least nobody went to that one.
Well, that one just put up like
Oh, okay.
1st of January. So, Crossroads is another one. Uh, it got up in the first. Yeah, January. Put all these out.
Oh, what's the name of that? The one that you have, the the
Oh,
tree guy.
the brewery.
Oh, okay, yeah, or the brewery,
Uh, uh, the brewery room.
the brewery room. Let's.
Yeah,
Oh man, I see people scan it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and that
What
just put
about
those
you? You
up
have
like
like a
the image.
landscaper.
uh,
Oh, we wouldn't be able to tell
yeah,
because it
he's
would be
just
QR codes.
yeah, he's on the yeah, he's on that one.
So now we can just look at the QR codes and we can see there's been 25 unique scans. So this
See, I
is,
know I know of three people that got business just from seeing a board, and one was my daughter's friend that she's not even in that town. And she's like, I don't do any, I mean, I don't even know how they know about me. Well, she's got a board up their apartment and she does dog uh bathing dogs and all that.
oh
And she has,
yeah.
and so now she went there, got that lady signed up, did her dog, and then that apartment, she's going there once a month to set up to do everybody's dogs in the apartments.
Isn't that awesome?
And I was like, wow. So and she's like, so let me
So
know
so
when you get
that
other
one
board.
Q that one scan,
Yeah.
that one QR code scan, now she's getting all of these clients
Yep.
in in that, man.
And that's why I said
Like,
the
how
thing
much money did
works.
she just make from one scan? Like
Yeah.
that is a testimonial.
Well, I know she told me, she said, yeah, I'll take because of it. And the crazy thing about it is that's why it's working. And now it's starting to take off. And I'm like, they're asking, where are the billboards you got? And I'm out placing them now that January back up and everybody, we're out there now. I'm starting to place them. And that's why I'm like, okay, I've got to make sure this. So I need to get on your calendar so we can get that app thing because they can see it and see as I grow. Uh, because 12 or 10 towns is not five boards. It won't take, I mean, it won't be long to put five boards in 5, 10 towns. That's 50 boards.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna show you now. This is something that's awesome, and you helped me. You helped me test this out while it was in beta. Now it should be in everybody's account. We go to reputation. You see how it says new up here?
Uh-huh.
Video testimonials. So basically, you create a collector. So I'm just gonna actually walk through this. We'd love to hear from you. Let's see. Sorry, do you see these little 1.0s all around here?
Yeah, yeah.
It's because uh I got to plug in my browser that's doing that. So let's see. Michael Copeland. Uh let's see. I don't know what this is. Let me just click on this. Oh, okay. So it could be my picture here, I guess. Let's see. Let me pick my picture. Just 1 second while I find a appropriate picture to put up here. I'll put up the one I that is let's see this one. Oh, I wanted to do an animated GIF, so it wouldn't let me. So I'll just do the regular one I have. I'll do my kids. How about that? Me and my kids. All right, so there's me and my kids. Michael Copeland. They don't need to see my email address. Um, please. I'd love to hear your story. Ooh, man, this. Oh man, I just thought of an idea.
Oh my goodness. Me too, because I've been talking to these people and I'm like, I need to be able to get your video or talk to you and share your story. I don't know how we can do it, but that because I'm hearing their story, how they started their restaurant and all this stuff. And I'm like, you need to share your story. That could be
Oh
huge.
man, I'm gonna change this.
Wow.
Small business story. And I'm gonna change this. So I'm just gonna be tell your story. I'm just gonna leave myself there for now. Um, and then this right here, why record? It's like, um, we want to know the story behind your business. I think you and I both had the
That
same
is so
bam.
cool. Yes.
We want to know, share your thoughts in a quick video. Okay, so there's that. All right, so I'm gonna just save that real quick. Oh, I guess I should say, small biz story. All right, and save it. And then, so here's the questions page. So you can have up to 3 pages, and then they'll have to technically record 3 videos. So I found that out. I found that out the hard way. Like when you did it, when you did mine,
Right.
you did one, and then that was the end. So you never went to the last page.
Oh, okay.
So Steven tested it, and he did both videos, and then he went to the last page and filled it out. So tell us about your experience starting. No, tell us why you your business. What's your story? All right, I'm going to delete the second question. Um, there we go. The arbitrate, whatever this is. Oh, we just want to grab their information. The thank you page, all done. Thank you. So we can, we can give them my email, whatever. We're gonna just hit save and settings. Let's take a look at the settings. I can change the color, the logo. Let's
So we
turn.
could customize this to hometown directory.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is in your account. This is
Oh, well,
already in your account.
make sure you save it.
This is I'm doing this in mine. I'm doing this as a demo in
Okay.
mine, but accent color, we can have it be green. I'm guessing the button turns green. Yeah, there we go. So let's go a little bit darker. All right, there we go. And
Wow, this is so cool.
enable white background behind logo. All right. And we're just going to hit save. And then now, here's what it looks like on desktop. Let's go. Then you just hit record. Like this is it. Tell us why you started your business. What's your story? Pick a quiet, well-lit spot. Hold the camera eye level because this is meant to be like sent to their cell phone, right?
Right.
Oh man, this could just be a QR code.
Man, we're thinking the same because I'm like, that'd be faster. Just hit it there and it goes to it.
Well, so I own smallbiz.org.
There you go.
Like I could literally just put this on the homepage. Tell us why you started your business.
That's it. Because here's what's happening. You're wanting to not
So
only
I
get
could
there.
oh
If
go
people,
ahead, go ahead.
when I'm out talking to people, I want to know what I want. I tell them, tell me why you're doing this. I want to get to know you. I don't want. I'm not a salesman. I want to see you, your kids, because when I come back and follow up, I'm like, so how's Junior? How's I talk about what we just talked about, something making it personal. But when I'm going in, I'm like, so how long have you been here? Why did you do this? What was you doing before this? Why did you do it? They're sharing it. I'm like, that's what I want to do is be able to share people's story. Because if I know your history or your story, I'm going to support you more 99% of the time because you're doing something that I can relate to. And that's how you
Yep.
build. I'm hanging around musicians, not because we sing, because we play music,
Yeah.
and you're going to click. And that's how you build relationship. That's the problem with all these people that's doing these network jumping one from another, giving out a business card, they're not building a relationship. And you want to know what people's doing. And then when I hear these stories of these businesses, I'm like, man, there's got to be a way. This is it. This could be the way. And when they share it, now we've got it. They can share it on their store. They can share it on their
So
hometown direct.
they could record a video that's already on their phone or desktop. Obviously, I'm on a desktop, or they could just hit record. I don't know if it's going to work because I'm on Zoom, but let me see. I no, I think it failed. I'm going to turn off my camera on Zoom. All right, let's see. Let me see. Oh, oh man, you get to see my dirty background. But here I am. I am recording this thing. So tell us why you started your business and what's your story? I started my business. To be honest, I started focusing I got into internet marketing because I wanted to do a side hustle, and I ended up focusing on helping small businesses with my online marketing knowledge when I'm sitting in my dad has a 5,000 square foot building, and I just recently moved back here. This was an old office that they weren't using, so hence all of these cabinets behind me. But I remember this call in 2008. My dad owns a trophy shop, and it's been over 50 years. But I remember when he called me, and because I lived in Illinois, he's in California. So obviously I'm back in California now. But he called me, and it was the first time I ever heard fear in his voice. And he was like, "We don't have any customers. I don't know what we're gonna do." And I'm like, "I'll take care of it." And I because I'm an online marketer, I basically build a website. I did all this stuff. I started driving traffic. I ran ads, and then a few months later when we talked about it, he's like, "I got so much work. I don't know what's going on." And so I know that the skills and the knowledge and the experience that I have with online marketing, that is why I started my business. That's my story. And every time I talk about it and I even think about it, I still hear that fear in his voice. And I haven't heard it since. So that's that's wonderful in my eyes. Okay.
Michael, I'm telling you,
So
this
there we
right
go.
here,
We just recorded that, right? We just recorded that. If I was on my cell phone, I would have recorded
right?
it on my cell phone. It asks for access to your mic and your what do you call it? So I don't know if it did the microphone because Zoom is doing the microphone. So we're gonna see. So obviously it's processing. Technically it's loading it. Oh, let's see. See my dirty background. Oh, there it goes.
Wow,
It works. So
man,
now
This is crazy
Now let's
because
look at it on the inside of Stormio, right? So let's look at it on the inside of Stormio. So let's go back. And here it is, the small biz story um responses. Oh, maybe it needs did I leave it too soon? Wait, hold on. Oh, I got to confirm the upload. Here we go. Confirm the upload. Oh, and then put in my name. There we go.
all done.
So obviously, you could change all that stuff. And then so now we should be able to see it. Here it is. There's the response. So now here's the thing. Here's the thing. So what do we do? What do we do with these? We put them on a website.
Yep.
So I actually put these on I can't remember which one it was. I think it was this page. Um no, maybe it was my other funnel, my Linktree funnel. Let's see. I think maybe it is. Success stories. So now let's see what this looks like. So here's a I think I turned them all off. But
Okay.
so they would all show up here. So literally there could just be tons of stories here. And then if you drop a video, it does the same thing. It'll do the Y record kind of a
Okay.
thing. But
No, but here's what I even talked to Phil about this because Phil, does the video and he likes to edit. That's all he likes to do now is you send me the video and I can narrate and all that stuff. I'm like, hey, that's no big deal. But I've been telling him, I said, man, I want to be able, what's in the area. Go to these places. I love hearing people's story. And go to places, say, tell me about your, well, this is even more powerful for my hometown director because it's a service. We let them tell their story. Now we do the page their Facebook, forget Facebook page that you don't keep up with. We're going to give you a page with my hometown directory. Now we can upload a video that tells your story, and it's like Phil, if they want to edit something or something, it's going to show them the power of following up the system, video, all that. Because now they go in and, like I said, they do a video about. Like Phil's even told me, he said, "Man, I could come into their place and take some video shots and they put a nice video. So they got like what you got a commercial for the restaurant
yep,
and all that stuff. And all we were doing is just adding this service because nobody's helping these restaurants, the small ones, do this because well, they don't have a budget. Well, guess what? They got the money if they see the need and
yeah,
they see that they can do it. They just now by me talking to her, she's ready for a landing page. She knows her Facebook page. She's starting to add stuff to her Facebook page because I made her aware there's nothing been posted.
yeah.
She even posted on Facebook that there was that they were closed for the snow. That's powerful. And then she posted we're open tomorrow. I mean things like that because of. But she also had a guy come by take one of her hamburgers, do a tasting, and post it on his Facebook. And I told her, I said, send me that link. So she sent it to me. I said, post it on yours and I'll like it.
Yeah,
Because of that,
yeah.
she started getting people. I saw you on this. They don't know how to use social media because they're a cook.
Oh yeah,
And I'm like, but it goes back what you just said. Who's doing your marketing? Who's setting it up? Is it a marketing person or is it a sales rep? I can vouch. I
yeah,
can sell it, but I don't market you.
yeah,
I can sell your hamburger, and there's a big difference.
yeah, yeah.
That's huge right there because plus
Like
they
like
use
me, I don't like sales.
uh,
I don't like doing sales but I love marketing. I love marketing. Like I'll send you the ads, I'll send you the stuff, and when marketing is done good, man, they just gladly there's
yep.
no question or anything like that. They just buy.
Well, what ended up happening, they basically put you in their budget very quickly
Yeah,
because they realize I need that. This is what's helping me, but they see it,
yeah.
and you got to make sure they're aware of a problem. But okay, so now with my stuff, because we need to set a time up to fix that app because there's no doubt about it. That's what I need to
I
make
mean,
this faster.
that's gonna take some development, like
Yeah,
that is that's gonna take a few hours of development to we got to hook up Stripe and um I mean, we got to get it working right. So right now it looks good. It looks like it functions right, but we need it to connect to a database. We need it
yeah.
to uh, take payments. We need to collect information. We need to store information. Like right now, it just looks pretty uh, because AI always is like, oh, that's a great idea, and let me do that for you. But now we have to be like, okay, we actually need you to do actually something. Like I made a
Right.
so for example, I'll actually show you. Um, So for example, I made this, where is it right here? I made this right here. It's just a simple game. I don't know why it asked for access to my stuff. But anyway, this is just a simple game, right? we're gonna I'm gonna spin it. It's gonna be the best two out of three, right? I'm gonna spin a 20-sided dice. You're gonna spin a 20-sided dice. And the best two out of three, we're gonna bet points and then the best two out of three gets those points basically. So there we go. I'm just gonna Bob, and because it's gonna be hooked up to your phone, we need a phone number. So all right, so here we go. Oh yeah, uh I forgot that I have verification turned on. Oh, I don't no, I think it's just bogus right now. I think it's just bogus right now. Yeah, there we go. It's just so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This looks awesome. Let's do it. And then I'm like, oh, I can't test it out because I don't have somebody else to play with. And I'm like, so then let's just do create a practice, so I can
Uh-huh.
actually see does it actually work? So I created a practice and then here it goes. Roll the dice. All right, well, I lost that one. Oh yeah, I won that one. See? So you see it's like keeping score up here.
Okay.
And who's gonna win? Oh man. Oh, he won by one.
Yeah.
Oh, see that's wrong up here. You see this? It gave me the
Yeah.
point. So anyway, so I would need to tell it like, oh no, the scoring is not correct.
Right.
Kind of a thing. But even I also made let's see. I also made this one. I know that you've tried this one, the local growth scorecard.
Yeah.
So this one will this one, oh, I forgot to turn on the make it a dark mode. Anyway, this one uh scans, you type in your business and then it'll scan and try to find, it'll basically score your business. And it's like, is this your business? And
Right.
then it's like, yes. And then it'll ask you some questions, 6 questions. So, when a Google review comes in, how quickly do you reply? Never. How often do you post updates to your Google business profile? Never. How often do you upload new photos to your Google profile? Never. Have you added your own questions and answers? No, we rely on viewers, visitors. What happens when a customer calls your business and you miss it? Goes to voicemail. Do you consistently call back customers within 30 minutes? Sometimes. All right, so now it's going to take a look at all that stuff and it's going to score it. So I created this app. It was relatively pretty easy, right? But then I'm like, well, I want people to be able to download this. But I don't want them to put in their name, email, and phone number to use this app. I want them to just be able to run, get the score, and that sort of thing. So, and then just have this button if they want to book a strategy session.
Right,
But me on the back end, I'm like, I want to know who filled this out. Because, if somebody has a D, I should probably call them,
right, right,
right? So I had to tell the system to make a Google Sheet to update a Google Sheet with all this information. So, but it doesn't just do it inherently. You have to the reason I'm telling you this is like all of the stuff that we need to do for that app to actually work. There's a lot more to it. It's
right.
going to be a few hours working with it, testing it, and then when it comes time to actually launch it into production, we actually have to like put it on a server and stuff like that. Now I do have a server and all that kind of stuff that we can put it on, and because we can't technically we don't have server access on Stormio, right?
Right.
We can build funnel pages and that sort of thing, but you can't load apps into Stormio. So we have to build it on another thing. And I do have a server, but the main thing is we want it to be totally integrated too. So it's gonna be some work to get
Well,
it working.
well, what I was going to do was see my problem is I'm going out here and I'm seeing all these you know they're giving me businesses. They're giving me cards. These are people I don't know. They're just, hey, boom, and I'm calling them and they're like, oh, so I'm sending them to this thing. What I need to do with what I got so far is basically reading, I was saying a form was that way. If they fill out a form, I can set a time and hey, here's what you're looking at doing. These are the boards. They already sort of get more familiar of here's what I want to do. When I'm going to a place and I'm meeting somebody, they're usually going, hey, I want to sign up. And that's what I'm spending my time to do. But then I'm trying to call these business cards and saying, hey, I'm Ronnie, I'd like to send you some information. I'm sending it to them and they're wanting to see where the boards and all that. So, but what I need to do, like you said, instead of having to click to go to a out to another page of form, I need to pull when I click to be a pop up, it pops up the form. That way,
I
uh,
think there's way too much language and all this stuff on that page. Be
okay.
seen first, be seen second. I don't even know what that means. I don't even
So,
know what I'm looking for because how many
right.
people are going to actually watch the video?
Well, see, and that's why I said the video explains everything that I wrote
But if
there.
they don't watch the video, then they're confused.
Okay. So, what I need to do is just put the video and then a form with their information to learn more and then me talk to them about it until we get the other app, whatever, going because,
I mean, so this is where A/B split testing comes in. I
right.
would literally I would literally have a page. Like you can keep your page and then we can make my page, right? My page would
Yeah.
basically be the video and two buttons. One button would be get started. Another button would be I have questions. And if they have questions, it books a meeting with you. If they're ready to get started, it would be I would just start them with the $30
Okay. And then the ones that I'm
because the
talking to
board
about
sponsors
sponsor, I'm
like
actually going to talk to them. That's who I'm setting up meetings with to show them the board and that. I just couldn't do everything because it just got way so busy so quick.
yeah. Like
So
the
I
the
meet
board
with the
sponsors, I
sponsors.
think like
What
I'm looking
was
at this as like a production thing, right? I see Well, it's a startup. I've helped a lot of businesses start up. When I ran a co-working space for over 10 years, and still technically I'm partner with that. And a lot of people would come there because they had a side hustle and they wanted to be around other people that are kind of like doing that kind of stuff.
Right,
And so I help a lot of people start up. And the biggest thing is how do you get revenue like from the beginning? And it's making those sales. So for you, I'm just like go and talk to sponsors, and it's like we're going to these 5 different towns. We're putting up 5 different boards in these 5 different towns. That's 25 different boards. How many this is just the first time replacing 25. We already have 10 out there right now. Do you want to be on any of these boards as the board sponsor? We recommend starting off with 10, and like try to get $1,000. I would be
right.
like try to get $1,000 minimum out of people. And like, oh well, I want to be in this town in a brewery. Okay, cool. We're gonna be spinning up 3 breweries. It's
Yeah.
what actual brewery it is doesn't necessarily, it shouldn't matter, you know?
Well, that yeah, because one of the questions I had that people was filling out was, what industry do you want to be seen in? Coffee
Hmm.
shops, breweries. So that means any of them. If you get in a brewery, I want to be there. You get in a coffee, so it don't matter where the boards are going. The people that want to be in the category page, they may want to know where the boards are because they're going to be in that category of all that stuff. But a sponsor wants to be seen in breweries and stuff like
Whereas,
that. That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, or some people may not want to be seen in a brewery, right? Like,
Right.
what it might be, for example, it might be some sort of I mean, I can't see a church paying to be on this, but you never know, right? But a church may not,
Well,
well, a
same
church
thing.
might want to be in all the breweries. Who knows?
Well,
You know?
communion. Some people like communion. They call it what they want. It's like I had somebody say, "Well, yeah, but Jesus, he drank wine. He turned wine money. His first miracle was turning water into wine." So I said, "Yeah, but he didn't crawl home after the party."
Yeah.
I said, "There's a difference."
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So that makes sense. Uh, and so what I can do is just uh, yeah, do that because the fact is, but I do definitely want to get with you on what all you need to figure out, what it costs to do that app. Let me know a number so I can try to work towards that because the other thing is this thing can really, my hometown directory, that, I mean, all this stuff falls all 3 of those things.
Yeah.
And getting it and the upset, everybody that I'm going to, because I'm helping them and all that stuff, they need a landing page. And if we'll
Yeah.
turn around and say, hey, we're going to give you a free listing, no problem. But for 250, we'll build you a landing page in my hometown directory and just send people there. Because we're going to be sending people there anyway.
Yep.
And that way we build that and then we make money on that and it grows us and everything else. It's just going to be a great follow-up. And then doing the marketing. I mean, that's the whole thing about it. And all I'm doing is doing the indoor marketing, but we also do online marketing.
Yep.
And here you go. So it could be a huge, especially with the video and all that other stuff that we can add. So,
Yeah.
yeah, figure out what it would, what it take to get that, how we got to get that going. But I believe you're right. If that comes the video, that app, that does everything. That's the website for community image boards. And the other reason is because with what you just showed me, when you went to California, all that other stuff, I've got people in Greensboro. Well, now that we get my hometown directory, it don't matter where they're at
Yeah.
because we can have a time that goes to
Oh
that time.
yeah. That other app that I made, the lead finder app.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you know what? So I just put in the town, and it did ask for my location, so maybe it only picked the ones around me. But there's like, the town is big, and there's like hun I mean, there's got to be definitely over 100 restaurants here. But I think that was because that was just the free one. You want to you hook it up to your own Google Maps
Right.
API and all that stuff. So you actually pay for that data and it speeds it up, because it was like slow to do all that searching. But using the main API, it really to the Google Maps, it really like finds those all those businesses and all of them. So
Okay. Well, yeah, so that's what I want to do because the fact is that that's where I need to go with this to keep it where I can expand it and grow it where I'm at because I got, like I said, other towns, Myrtle Beach. I mean, all these places around there, but everywhere that is going to help my hometown directory, but also going to help what's in the area. And
yep,
there's no doubt about it. What's in the area is going to be able to help us help a lot of people and pay our bills because
yeah,
that right there, I'm convinced out here that's huge. And the boards are like a business card. Hey, let me put this up. How else can I help you? And
yep,
they're telling me.
yeah,
They're just telling me all at once, you know.
yeah. It
But
is. I mean, man, it's like on the verge of there's a lot of stuff, especially with what we just the video testimonials, man. That's another huge thing. Just creating a site, for example, like smallbiz.org and be like, give us your how did you start your business?
absolutely.
You know? We could actually have up to three different videos per person. The only thing is if they don't complete the other videos, if they don't answer those other
Right,
questions, we don't get their name and email. Oh,
right.
but we could do when they're done, click here to do another one. But anyway, but
Okay.
man, I wonder what I think I just have smallbiz.org. Um, let's see.
Well, I've got support smallbiz.usa, but that's too long.
smlbiz.org. Oh yeah, it goes to like join a wait list for a workshop. But man, register for the Intro to AI mini workshop.
And see, I had a meeting this morning. That's why I was running here. Uh, a friend of mine works at an apartment, and she said, my general manager's coming in Friday. Can you show up to say hey? I said,
Mhm.
absolutely. So I showed up to say hey, sort of told her what I was doing. Just so happened she walked in. She's like, can you make me a sample board or to try it out to see? I said, absolutely. And she goes, but I don't want real. I said, I can customize these categories.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I've got some ideas that I can put in. I said, best. She said, well, I said, based on what I've done, which one would you like? She said, well, home services really don't need that. And I said, well, we can put movers. We can put things like that that they need in that stuff. And she goes, well, definitely the pets because they got pets, that kind of thing
Yeah.
and all this stuff. So I'm creating a board just for that thing. But then again, now you look at all the apartments it's like, wow. And
I
these
mean,
people,
so the apartment, that board could be like scan this to fill out your what do you call it request, your fix request. Scan
well, here's
this
what
to
I told
be
her to do it. I told her, I said, we got a board there. I said, I'll tell you what. She goes, I really like this. I said, well, I'll tell you what, you've got a couple of things over there, pamphlets that y'all give out. Use it. I said, why don't I create a board for you to put beside it and it has your QR code. And that way it goes to when they need it, they can put it on their phone, all that stuff. I said, because that way, if y'all are not here and they got to fill out a form to give it to you, well, why don't they just scan it and there goes to their form? And now there's a form they can fill out on their phone, submit it, and now you've got
yep.
it. And she goes, wow. So that's why I'm saying there's a lot of things that can help the board